Picture this. It is 2019, Austin, Texas, middle of summer, 100 degrees outside, humidity making your hair do weird things. And there is this 27-year-old girl living in a 400-square-foot studio above a taco shop. Rent is late. AC barely works. She just got dumped, and she just got a gnarly allergic reaction from a luxury face cream she saved up for 3 paychecks to buy in the United States. Her face looks like a tomato that lost a fight. She has a wedding to go to in 4 days, her sister's wedding, where she is the maid of honor. So yeah, timing is terrible. She cannot afford a dermatologist because American healthcare is what it is. She cannot afford another fancy cream either. So she does what any desperate Gen Z millennial cusp girl does. She goes down a rabbit hole on Reddit and YouTube at 2 in the morning and starts mixing stuff in her kitchen. Aloe vera from the farmer's market, cold-pressed jojoba oil she found on Amazon, a little bit of oatmeal she ground up in a coffee grinder. She puts it in her old Glossier jar because she cannot even afford new packaging. She slaps it on her face, and by some miracle it calms down overnight. Not perfect, but way better. Her sister is like, girl, what did you do? Her friends start asking for some. Then friends of friends. Then a girl she has not talked to since high school DMs her like, hey, can I buy that? Fast forward 3.5 years later, that same goop in that same recycled jar just got acquired for $100 million by one of the biggest clean beauty conglomerates in America. Wire transfer press release, Forbes 30, under 30, the whole thing. You are probably thinking, okay, that is luck. That is viral TikTok magic. That is some Nepo baby stuff. Nope, none of that. She literally had $300 in her checking account when she started. What she did was actually a masterclass in how to build an organic brand in the United States right now while everyone else is busy making pretty labels that mean nothing. So welcome back to Organic Matters. If you are new here, we expose what is real and what is straight up marketing BS in the organic world. We keep it funny, we keep it savage, we keep it honest because your skin and your wallet deserve better. Today I am giving you the full breakdown, the 7 brutal truths that most people get completely wrong about organic skincare and how this one brand flipped the script and cashed out huge. If you have ever dreamed of starting your own brand, or you just want to know why some products cost $80 and still do nothing, stick around because this is going to save you years of mistakes. Let us start with truth number 1, and this one is going to hurt a little if you are a perfectionist. Everyone thinks you have to be 100% certified organic from day one, or else you are a fraud. That mindset will keep you broke in your kitchen forever. Certification in the United States is expensive and slow and bureaucratic as hell. To get that USDA organic seal, you need to document your entire supply chain, pay for inspections, pay annual fees, and if you use a co-manufacturer, they also have to be certified. For a small starter brand, that can easily run $10,000 to $15,000 before you even sell 1 unit. The $100 million founder knew she could not afford that, so she did something way smarter. She picked one hero ingredient and went all in on making that one ingredient certified organic and traceable. For her, it was organic aloe vera from a family farm in New Mexico. She drove there herself. She filmed the farm. She showed the farmer. She put that story front and center. Everything else in her formula was clean, non-toxic, cruelty-free, vegan, fragrance-free, but not officially certified organic yet. And she told people exactly that. On her site, she literally wrote, "We are not 100% certified yet because we are small and honest and we are working on it." And guess what? American customers love that more than a fake perfect label. In a country where every brand lies on packaging, honesty is the rarest ingredient. She built trust first, made her first $100,000, then reinvested to get full certification for her top 2 sellers. That is how you play the game without going bankrupt in month 2. Truth number 2, if you try to sell to everyone, you will sell to no one. I see this mistake every single day. Most new organic founders are like, okay, we have a gentle cleanser for sensitive skin, an acne wash for teens, an anti-aging cream for moms, a beard oil for dudes, and a baby lotion just in case. Bro, what are you doing? You just created 5 mediocre products and 5 different audiences, and you have no money to market any of them. The Austin brand did the opposite. She picked one person, one very specific American girl, 25 to 34, lives in a city like Austin or Denver or Brooklyn, works on a laptop all day, wears light makeup, gets stressed, gets hormonal breakouts on her chin, cares about clean ingredients, but also wants to look cute on Instagram, shops at Whole Foods sometimes, but also loves Target. That was her muse. She named her. She had a Pinterest board for her. Every caption, every product name, every email was written to that one girl. When you do that, something magical happens. That girl feels seen. She is like, oh my God, this brand gets me. This is literally made for my life. And she becomes obsessed. She tells her group chat, she posts her shelfie, and suddenly you have a cult, not just customers. In America, where there are literally 10,000 skincare options at any given moment, being someone's favorite is way more valuable than being sort of okay for everyone. Go niche or go home. Truth number 3. Your story is more powerful than your formula. I know chemists are going to be mad at me for saying that, but it is true. Think about dating apps in America. Everyone looks good. Everyone says they love hiking and tacos and are looking for something real. How do you choose? You choose the person whose profile makes you laugh or cry or feel something. Skincare is the same. Every bottle says natural, organic, clean, pure, botanical, holistic, blah, blah, blah. Your eyes glaze over. What made this brand pop was not that her aloe was slightly more hydrating. It was that she told a real ugly story. She posted a TikTok crying with a red, bumpy face, saying, I spent $120 on a cream that burned me, and now I have to be in my sister's wedding photos looking like this. She showed her failed batches where the cream separated and looked like cottage cheese. She showed her kitchen counter covered in sticky oil. She showed her writing labels with a Sharpie because her printer broke. People did not just buy cream. They bought her comeback story. They rooted for her in a world of faceless corporations pretending to be your bestie. A real human with a messy apartment is magnetic. And here is the pro tip for anyone listening in the United States. American consumers, especially younger ones, do not trust perfection anymore. They have been burned too many times by Photoshop and filters. They trust receipts. They trust behind the scenes. They trust you saying, hey, batch number 12 sucked, so I threw it out. That kind of transparency is worth more than any influencer shout out. Truth number 4 is the one that actually made her rich, and most founders completely ignore it until it is too late. Your product does not create wealth. Your refill and retention system does. Let me be savage for a second. I do not care how amazing your organic rose hip serum is. If someone buys it once and never comes back, you do not have a business. You have a very expensive Etsy hobby. The $100 million exit was not because the cream was 10% better than the competition. It was because she figured out how to get the same customer to buy it 6 times a year without spending more money on ads. How? She invented the simplest, most American-friendly refill program ever. Glass jars, beautiful heavy glass that looks expensive on your bathroom shelf next to your Aesop hand soap. When you finish, you send the empty jar back in a prepaid mailer, or you drop it at a local collection point she set up at yoga studios and coffee shops in Austin. You get 20% off your next order plus loyalty points. She cleaned and reused the jars for her wholesale orders and recycled what she could not reuse. Customers felt like eco-queens saving the planet without doing much work. It tapped right into that guilt and pride cycle so many of us in the United States feel about plastic waste. But financially, it was genius. Her repeat purchase rate went from 18%, which is average, to over 54%, which is insane. That means more than half her customers came back on their own. That is predictable revenue. That is what acquirers drool over. They did not buy a cream. They bought a subscription-like machine with a loyal army. If you are starting anything organic today, think about your second sale before you even make your first one. How do you get them back? What is your refill? What is your club? No club, no 100 million. Simple as that. Truth number 5, forget retail. Retail will kill you before you even get started. Every new founder has this fantasy. Oh my God, I want to see my product in Target or Sephora or Whole Foods. I get it. It feels legit. You can take a photo and send it to your mom. But let me tell you what really happens when you are tiny and you go retail too early in America. Retailers take 40 to 60% of your retail price. So your $48 cream, you now get like $19 for. Then you have to pay a distributor another 15 to 20% to get it there. Then you have to pay for shelf placement fees, free samples for staff, chargebacks if it does not sell fast enough. And you have to produce like 10,000 units up front. You need a loan, you are stressed. And if it does not sell in 8 weeks, they pull you and you are left with a garage full of expiring product. This founder was smart and maybe a little stubborn. She stayed direct to consumer for 2 full years. Just her own Shopify site, just TikTok shop, just Instagram, where she answered every DM herself. She kept 100% of the margin. She owned her customer list. She knew their emails, their birthdays, their skin concerns. So when she finally did say yes to a retail partner, she did it from a position of power. She chose Credo Beauty, which is smaller and super respected in clean beauty. And she did a limited drop of only 5,000 units. She emailed her 50,000 person wait list and said, hey, we are finally in stores if you want to see us in real life. Sold out in 2 days. Retail came begging for more. She did not chase them. They chased her. That is the energy you want. Truth number 6, price like you mean it, but do not be delusional. In the United States, there is this weird middle zone that kills brands. If you price too cheap, like $19, people think your organic stuff is fake or watered down. If you price too high, like $90, people will just buy Drunk Elephant or Herbivore because they already trust those names. She found the sweet spot. $46 to $52, that is premium, but still an impulse buy for a lot of American women who will spend that on brunch without thinking. It says, hey, I am serious. I use real organic ingredients. I am not from the dollar store, but I'm also not ripping you off to pay for a celebrity face. And she always anchored it. She would show comparison, like similar organic cream at Sephora, $80, ours $48. No shade, but math is math. Americans love feeling like they got a smart deal. That price also left her enough margin to offer free shipping over $60, which in America is basically mandatory if you want to compete online. Free shipping is not free, but it feels like a gift and it pushes average order value up. Genius little trick. Truth number 7, and this is my favorite because it is so unsexy and so important. She documented everything like a scientist, even though she was not one. Every batch, every temperature, every supplier lot number, every customer complaint about texture or smell. She kept a Google sheet that looked like NASA mission control. Why does that matter? Because when it was time to sell, the acquirer did not just see cute branding. They saw systems, they saw stability testing, they saw that her organic aloe kept its potency for 12 months, they saw that her return rate was under 3%, they saw that her customer service response time was under 4 hours. In America, when a big company buys a small brand for $100 million, they are not just buying vibes, they are buying a machine that can scale to $1 billion without falling apart. If your kitchen notes are on sticky notes that you lost, you cannot scale. If your process is in your head, you cannot sell. Write it down, systemize early, even if you feel silly doing it for 10 orders a week. So let us zoom out for a second. What does this story really tell us about where organic beauty is headed in America? It tells us that the old gatekeepers are done. You do not need a lab in Switzerland. You do not need a famous dermatologist cosign. You do not need $1 million. You need a real problem you lived through. One hero product that actually works. One specific person you obsess over serving. A reason for them to come back. And the guts to tell the truth when everyone else is faking it. The $12 billion organic skincare market in the United States is not slowing down. If anything, it is speeding up because Gen Z and millennials are ingredient detectives now. They screenshot INSI lists. They know what phenoxyethanol is. They will call you out on TikTok if you greenwash, but they will also tattoo your logo on their arm if you earn their trust. That is the trade. So the Austin girl, last I checked, she stayed on as a creative advisor for a year after the sale, then left and bought a little farm outside Austin where she now grows aloe herself and mentors other women founders for free. No private jet flex, no lame NFT project, just aloe and good energy, which honestly makes me like her even more. Now I got to ask you something, and I really want to fight about it in the comments because I am torn. Do you think these huge $100 million exits are actually good for organic beauty, or do they ruin everything that made the brand special in the first place? Like once a giant corporation owns your favorite small organic brand, does it stay truly organic and good, or does it inevitably get watered down to make more profit? Are we celebrating a win for the little guy, or are we just watching another authentic brand get eaten? Let me know what side you are on, team sell and secure the bag, or team stay small and stay pure. I am reading everything, and I might feature the spiciest takes in the next video. And before you go, if you thought this was juicy, you are not ready for what is dropping next week on Organic Matters. We did a savage 30-day experiment. We fed one person only those pretty organic meal kits that claim to be cheaper and healthier than grocery shopping. You know, the ones with the perfect Instagram photos. And we fed another person the exact same meals, but we shopped for the ingredients ourselves at Trader Joe's and Whole Foods here in the United States. We tracked every dollar, every minute of prep, every wilted kale leaf, every hidden fee. One method saved over $300. The other one was a total scam that left us with a fridge full of tiny plastic bags. You will be shocked which one won. So hit subscribe, tap that bell, join the Organic Matters family because we are just getting started, and next week we are coming for your grocery bill. See you then.